The Show.
All right, guys, thank you again for listening and watching Chris Court Show here with Michael Rockert. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, everybody? How's it going?
How's it going, man? All the way from Illinois.
Yep, just south of Chicago.
So far away from us.
Yeah. Yeah, we're on the south side of Chicago as well. Yeah, it's oh god. Sorry. There's so much technical difficulties tonight. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Michael, how have you
Yes,
been,
sir.
man? Let's talk music, dude.
Let's do it.
So we were kind of looking at, well, when we did the episode, and we came across your music that you sent us. It's really fucking good, really rocking.
Thank you.
I could definitely
Thank you.
hear the influences that you listed on there. So tell me a
Thank
little biography. So how did this all start? When did you get into everything?
Into music?
Yeah, well, into like, knowing that you wanted to write, record music.
So I had two older brothers that were bringing home albums from bands like Aerosmith and Ted Nugent and Kiss and all that
Nice.
stuff. And, I was running around soaking all this in, and I knew I loved music. And I got my first guitar when I was 7, and actually started learning how to play it when I was about 13. Was in a band in high school, and after got out of high school, started writing my own stuff, and it went nowhere really. But
Familiar story for many people.
Yeah, very, very familiar. Even us.
right, yeah.
So you were into like the Aerosmiths, so was it more of the hair metal that you were into, or was it just, any kind of music?
I was a teenager in the 80s, so
Yeah.
you couldn't escape Poison and Cinderella and
Yeah, oh yeah.
Bon Jovi and that whole thing. That's what it all was. But I knew there was good music behind some of it anyway.
Yeah.
And that progressed into Metallica and Anthrax and that stuff. Getting out of the pretty boy kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, all the hair metal and dressing up, and
Yeah.
you never wore the makeup, did you?
I did.
Oh,
No,
you did?
well, I was in a Kiss tribute band for a while,
Oh, okay.
so I wore the makeup for that.
Which Kiss member were you?
Paul Stanley.
Okay, I was just gonna say, were you Paul Stanley? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you did the whole Kiss makeup. You got in the outfit and everything, and
Yeah, we actually made kind of homemade outfits. I bought the boots off of a fan, kissmuseum.com, and then the rest of it we just kind of made and had some fun with it for a few years, and then it broke up.
Okay, that's awesome. I in the 80s music, I never got into the 80s because I was in my teens and in the 90s, so that's when
Oh yeah.
grunge was going, and that was the kind of music that me and him grew up
We
in.
listened to a lot of 80s stuff too because it was still around on the radio and everything, but
Well,
we never
of
got
course.
into like the core 80s, like hair metal and stuff like that too much.
Like Queensrÿche and
Yeah.
things like that.
That's good stuff.
It is, and the more that I am getting older, I'm appreciating it more. I never used to like get into that, but I'm going more into the 80s as far as Cure, things like that. Bands like that. But,
Right.
even the 80s music, Cheap Trick was really good that I liked in the 80s. It was just never the hair metal, because there's a lot of covers, I feel, that have a lot of 80s covers in it. And I think that's kind of where I lost touch with it. Because there was a moment there that it was all 80s cover bands.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the cover bands, at least in this area, the 80s is most of what they do because that seemed to stick.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it seemed like, everyone, that's where everyone was kind of going and people wanted to
Yeah,
hear. It was that different
yeah,
generation.
Well, I think another part of it too is a lot of times when people go see a cover band, they're looking for something that's kind of
Fun.
a little bit fun, more upbeat and stuff like that. If you get into like the grunge era and stuff, you get a lot more depressing music.
Oh, I love it though.
true.
The
Well, and it
depressing
brings people back to their teenage years and
yeah.
older memories and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But now you're starting to see the 90s grunge stuff
a little
kind of
bit.
come out.
Yeah, a little
But the
bit.
80s is still there and I
Oh, it's
don't think
always
that'll
going to
ever
be
go
there. Yeah.
away.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what is this? See, what is all this?
My speaker's working just fine. I can hear everything.
Uh,
It cut out for a minute.
change. Okay.
Hit continue recording.
Okay. I don't know what is going on tonight. I've never seen these issues. But hopefully
We
this
will
is
power through.
yeah, yeah. So, you're sitting so you're on the south of Illinois. Have you always lived there?
Yeah, born and raised here in the Kankakee area.
Okay.
Yeah, been
Great.
here my whole life.
Yeah.
Thought about
And
moving away a few times, but
oh,
still
haven't we
here.
all? I've always wanted to move to Arizona.
You still want to
Oh,
move to
okay.
Arizona?
Yeah, I still do. I would love to
Yeah,
do that.
we've talked about Florida and Texas, but
Yeah.
still here.
Well, there's a lot of good music that comes out of Texas area too. Florida
Yeah, for
actually
sure.
as well. We had
Yeah,
a couple bands
Yeah.
that we interviewed from Florida. But
nice.
so your main influences, would you say that your main influences is from the 80s or do you think it's more like is it sporadic like just throughout?
Um,
Like any
but
60s, 70s?
Kiss has always been my favorite band.
Yeah.
Um, but a lot of the '70s, when I was a little kid, that plays into it too.
Yeah.
Um, although I like Metallica, Anthrax, Testament,
Oh
and even
yeah.
some Pantera, I could never
Pantera.
play that stuff.
The old
There's no way.
Pantera or the newer Pantera?
The first two albums,
Okay.
specifically,
Yeah.
yeah, Cowboys
Gotcha.
from Hell, Vulgar Display of Power,
Oh hell yeah.
amazing albums.
Fucking A.
Good old
That those
Texas
are
rock.
good
Yeah,
ones. Yeah. Texas rock, yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Um, let's see here. It's, I don't I don't know what's going on. This is bothering the shit out of me right now. I'm gonna obviously edit this out, or I might just leave it in because it's kind of funny because it's driving me up the wall. Uh,
Keeps getting little error messages popping up. Everything seems to be working fine though. The error messages doesn't seem to be accurate.
so you write your and record your own music now, right? Have you always
I
done that,
do.
or is it just something new that you're doing?
Well, I started writing kind of seriously back in '92.
Damn.
The first CD I did was it was released in '93, just here locally. I had 500 CDs printed and got them in this enormous box, and trying to sell them off one by one. I ended up giving more away than I sold, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I took a bit of a break, and then these last few years, I really uh, just went at it hard and release
Yeah.
after release started writing.
There's a lot of and we were listening to your music. A lot of a cool rockin' music. You could definitely hear the 80s, but even you were saying like you heard a little.
There's some like guitar riffs and stuff that are kind of almost 90s influence, like grunge influenced in there. I can hear some of them. So
Other people have said that, and it's funny because I never listened to grunge.
it's just the
Wow.
guitar. It's a guitar riff. So I don't know if maybe like
Okay,
you heard them in the music at some point and you're like, oh, it's a cool guitar riff. And you just kind of stuck in the back of your head. But yeah, there's like some
could
good
be.
guitar riffs there that sound very grungy.
Maybe you
Yeah,
invented grunge and you don't even know
right.
it. You were the
The
movement.
the first song on my album Ghost Within Us is a song called Feed the Beast. That idea came from the first song from the Mick Mars solo album, Mick Mars from Motley Crue.
Yeah.
The first song on his album, I thought I could do something similar to that, and that's where that idea came from.
Oh wow. So is that what made you want to actually write your own stuff, or was it just something that influenced you to write it?
Ask that again. Sorry.
So hearing like, Nick Mars from Motley Crue, is that something that made you want to write music? Was specifically him, or was it just you just wanted to write music?
Oh, I've been writing for quite a while, longer than that.
Oh, okay.
That was just the influence to get that
To
particular
get that,
album off the
gotcha,
ground,
gotcha.
to
Okay,
set the tone for that album.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and declare it that you invented grunge. I don't even care. I don't care what people say.
Wonderful.
Um,
So there's one of the albums in my catalog, if you will, that people don't realize that it's the same person, because I've got an album called Believe Restored, and it's all acoustic. It's real soft, no drums, no vocals, no electric guitar. It's very chill stuff. And if you do a mix of my stuff, some of that will come up, and people think it's somebody else.
yeah, yeah. It's insane. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. I think I know what
Sure.
what it is. It's this chord.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I
As
just
soon as you put your drink down there, I think I bumped the cord and it did
okay. I
that.
just can't touch that then. Don't even look at it.
We need to replace that cord or your laptop.
Yeah, right. All right. So what do you typically write your songs about?
Oh boy.
Is there like a theme for your albums, or is it just kind of like how you feeling?
There was one album that came out in 2022 called For a Time Such as This. It was an angrier album, and it was kind of loosely based. Some people have said it's like a concept album. I don't know if it is or not, but it was born from the anger and frustration of COVID
Okay.
and everything that the country was going through at that point.
Yeah.
The lockdowns and all the crap. It's a darker album, but then I wanted to follow it up with something a little lighter, more like straight ahead rock, and that was Ghost Within Us.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not really any one particular subject or anything like that.
It's just kind of how you feel.
Yeah.
So God Save Me is a song that we played on our podcast on the episode.
You played the live version.
Yeah. Was that is that, so there's an actual studio version of it then?
Yes.
No.
Yep. That's on For a Time Such as This.
Okay. So what song are we gonna we're gonna play a song of yours during this interview. So what song can we listen to that I guess something that's newer, but something that you really appreciate and you really like?
This next song you're going to hear is called Feed the Beast. It was on my Ghosts Within Us album. Came out in 2024. Feed the Beast meaning I'm tired of paying taxes. All this money is going into the system for what? To feed the beast. And it's very frustrating. Here's the song.
night. The house of the people, looking out for themselves. Buy a one-way ticket, going straight to hell. Don't you see? Bankruptcy. Do what you want, you just never mind me. Do what you please, you don't care what we think. Spend like hell, don't care in the least. And we pay more, gonna feed the beast. See the truth, no morality. Running high, no integrity. Live our life like a dog on a leash. It makes me sick, gonna feed the beast. You swore on the Bible to uphold and defend our Constitution. Now you just pretend. You never answer, so we live in fear. You're making millions, that's not why you're here. Darkest night, we will fight. Do what you want, you just never mind me. Do what you please, you don't care what we think. Spend like hell, don't care in the least. And we pay more, gonna feed the beast. See the truth, no morality. Running high, no integrity. Live our life like a dog on a leash. It makes me sick, gonna feed the beast.
You know what's crazy about that is
We were just talking about taxes.
Matt was just bitching about his property taxes.
Absolutely, it's insane.
It's like double what they told me it was going to be.
Well,
Yeah.
and it keeps going up every year.
Yeah, he just bought a house and then it was going to be like what, 50?
They said it was going to be like anywhere from like 5,000 to 6,000.
Yeah.
It's well over 8,000. I got the bill and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's anything that makes you want to move across the border into Indiana, that's it.
Yeah, there you go. Just go move to Indiana.
Nah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Damn. Wow.
All I do is go out there to get lawnmowers.
All our Indiana friends, you just all put down.
They're all going, piss on this guy.
Fuck this guy. We thought he was cool. And fuck your podcast too.
It was just a joke.
You can't say nothing these days, Matt. Don't you know that?
Can't say nothing,
Get canceled.
but you can say something.
You can say something. Yeah. So you talked about writing music. You've been doing it for a long time. About what age can you put when you actually, I guess, started writing music?
Well, you said I was 92.
Seriously?
Like
yeah.
serious, yeah. So
Yeah.
92.
That would have put me at 21.
Okay. Yeah, so in 92, that's still a young age. I remember when I first picked up a guitar, I thought I was writing music, but I was 15 and I was just playing these little
I mean,
notes and
by the time you
record.
were 16, you were writing a couple songs here and there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you still have them recorded somewhere?
Um, yeah, I do. I somewhere.
I actually have the demos.
Oh, of that.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and him were in a band before. And that's
That's
kind of what
cool.
we started this for because we know there's a lot of shit that bands have to go through to get their music out there, and
It's insane.
Well, the
it's
crazy part is it's way easier today with the internet. You can get your word out there everywhere. But the problem with that is now there's so
it's
much
all
out
flooded.
there. It's flooded with stuff.
Yep. Everybody can do it, and there's just too much.
Yep.
Everybody and their mom could do it. Literally, I seen like them just singing with their mom or their dad and daughter
Yep.
songs.
Like Joe's mom.
Joe's mom, yeah,
Yeah.
that was the name of our band was Joe's mom.
Nice. Was Joe's mom the singer or?
No, Joe wasn't even in the band.
No, Joe wasn't even in the
Ah,
band.
damn
We
it.
just we all knew Joe.
Okay.
It was just I guess a little play on words that meant absolutely nothing, like half the bands that come out and name their
You got to be called something.
right. Exactly, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So
I couldn't think of a band name, so I just went with my name.
hey, I mean you're doing like solo work, so that works.
I couldn't think of a
Yeah.
podcast name, so I just went with my name.
Yeah.
See?
And then
Whatever
I just
works.
and then I just added my name underneath because I do the logos.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
When you're writing music and stuff, are you still trying to like write full albums and make like a theme out of it, or are you kind of embracing the new generation where they're doing singles and releasing one at a time?
The singles thing still throws me
Yeah.
because I grew up with albums.
Yeah.
I still get everything printed on CDs,
Yeah.
even though
Uh-huh.
nobody buys CDs.
Most
But I
people don't have
like
CD
the
players.
physical. Right. I like the physical aspect of it. To be able to look at the front and back of the cover, you know, whatever. You open it up and there's graphics on the disc or whatever.
Yeah.
I dig that stuff. Um, and I do like writing whole albums because there have been a few times I'll listen to a new band and they've got one or two songs out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, keep going, keep writing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
put more out.
Yeah,
So,
that's that. And I buy a lot of vinyl.
mhm,
And I talk about this constantly. Just something that is physical that you can hold. Because I remember
yeah,
my first tape cassette that I got was it was a Beatles greatest hits or something, probably early '90s. And I remember folding out the tape cassette and just reading all the lyrics along to it. And that was always the
yeah,
cool thing. And I've always done that. Someone comes out with a new album, you kind of flip open the book and then read the lyrics with it, and you see all like the art and design. That's really, really cool. You can't do that with freaking uh, Spotify.
Oh, you can see the
yeah.
little.
That's all part of the package.
Oh yeah,
For my album for Ghost Within Us, I actually got it printed on vinyl. I went with a clear vinyl and made it cool, and I put the lyric sheet in there and everything.
yeah,
I had to order, I think 50 was the minimum order. I think I still have 36 of them.
yeah, yeah,
They don't really sell, but I wanted to have something cool. And honestly, the reason I'm making music now is for, there's going to be a day come when I'm not here. I want to leave something behind for my kids, my
yeah.
grandkids, something for them to look at and go, that's who he was,
Yep.
you know.
And it's crazy that you say that because I say the same thing for my kids, like to have music that's there. Even though some of my music it's depressing and things like that, but
Some of it.
huh?
Some of it.
Yeah, some of it. But it's still something for the kids to listen to, and just like I've said this so many times, like if my dad were to have recorded music, because my dad has passed away, if my dad
Mhm.
recorded music and something that I can listen to right now, that would be like the biggest gift that I could ever get. Just
Absolutely.
knowing, just hearing him sing it, he came up with the
Yep.
lyrics and things like that. But that would be amazing. So yeah, you had that right on the head for me. Is for the kids really.
it doesn't necessarily have to be music though either, because
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
write a book, tell
Yeah.
people your stories, you know, paint pictures, do
Yeah.
something, leave
Any kind of
something
art or
behind.
something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And which you could do that too. You're a little art master.
Art master.
Art, you little artist, you.
I don't have a master's. I have a bachelor's.
Oh yeah. You little art bachelor. Now, speaking of your albums and such, do you have merch that people could check out? And if so, where can they go?
Yeah, my website, michaelrockertmusic.com. Shirts, hats, Yetis.
Oh, nice.
Um, guitar picks. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on there.
That's awesome. Do you do it
Yeah,
through like a website that just kind of sells whenever someone buys something? Or do you have like the stuff with you and then you just ship it out?
I have it with me and I ship it out.
Oh, okay.
That is a better way to
Yeah.
do it.
That's 100% the better way to do it. That's what we need
Yeah,
to
that
see.
way I know it's quality control. I know what I'm shipping out, and
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't
Yeah.
know. Someone can write something on there and you won't even know.
Yeah, it could be printed wrong and you don't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to see here if we have. You said the song that we're gonna do
Feed the beast.
is "Feed the Beast," and let me see. Okay. All right. Do you have any tours or anything or any shows coming up? You're in
I
Illinois,
don't
so
I don't have a band. So in town here, this coming up June is the third year they've had what's called the 315 Festival, and it's
okay.
behind what used to be our mall. And this year they're having Warrant, Buckcherry,
Oh wow.
Dokken.
Wow.
I think Lita Ford. I may be off on that, but last year I kind of put a bid in to do this show, not knowing who the headliners are going to be. I
Yeah.
just wanted to be a part of it, thinking they'll let me know if I can play. I'll find some guys, get a band together, and do it. It didn't work out that way, so they ended up calling, and they said, "You want to do the show?" And I said, "I can't. I don't have a band." And it was the first time I've ever had to turn a show down, and that sucks because, like I said, those are cool bands, and to be able to be a part of that would be great.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, so no tours. The live album that I did was recorded in this room.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Can we take a
This little-
gander there? Can you move the camera around? Like, do you have?
Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of moving, but
Oh yeah, no problem here. Oh wow.
and,
So
you know,
that was all
that's-
recorded in that room.
Yeah.
Now, did you have anything like was it just like just the drywall that you recorded, or did you have anything up to kind of control the sound?
I've got these kind of square foam pieces
Yeah,
that were
okay.
up,
Yeah.
but they really didn't do anything. You know, drums
No.
are so loud, and you
Oh
know,
yeah.
thankfully the neighbors are kind of far enough away where I didn't bother them too much.
Yeah.
But so here's how the whole thing came about. I was thinking I would do almost like a greatest hits or a best of, but you can do that on your own just by going and listening to the songs.
Right.
So I thought, well, maybe I'll remix them, re-record them, something different. And so I did. I re-recorded them, but then I found some samples of audiences. You know, you got your low murmur, and then your big swells when they
Yeah.
cheer and when they clap, you know, to the beat or whatever. And so I dropped those into the mix and extended them. I would cut the claps and place them in time to the tempo.
Oh shit.
And I recorded it playing like I was playing live. And
Oh,
you know,
that's cool.
drums, bass, the whole thing was recorded here, and
Yeah.
then I added the audience.
That's cool. And I've heard of bands doing that. That's actually really cool. Was that what we played?
Yeah,
Was
we
it
did
the
Yes.
live?
the live version.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, but that was
Yeah.
actually recorded in there.
right here.
Oh, you tricked us. We thought it was like at this big stadium.
No, not at all. Haven't made it that far yet.
You will. Don't
But
worry.
after I got one of the songs done, and I called my wife in, and I said, "Check this out and see what you think." And she sat down and she was listening, and the song got over, and she just looked at me and she said, "You've ruined live albums for me now, forever."
Yeah, you never know if they're live or not.
Yeah,
But you did it
everything is
really
documented.
good. Now you produced that and by yourself, right?
Yeah,
Damn. Okay.
yeah. This room is where I go a little nuts in
Yeah,
my own little world, and
that's awesome.
yeah.
You did a really good job with that because
Oh, yeah.
I honestly
Thank you.
I couldn't tell
Thank you.
the difference. Now, where did you get the sound, the crowd sound at? Was it just like somewhere online that you get?
Yeah, I don't remember the website, but I just typed in crowd noise or something like that, and a
Yeah.
few different things came up, and I just drag and drop into my computer and saved them. That was it.
Okay. And then you just kind of put it
And,
along.
yeah, and I've got a huge problem with the AI stuff that's going around now with music.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah.
people kind of turn that back around on me. Well, you did a live album that wasn't really live. True, but the music was authentic.
Right.
That was all me.
That and you produced it all.
That's where I have the difference.
You also produced it all. You handpicked the sounds of the crowds and you put them in where you
Right.
wanted them and all that stuff. So it's still technically
Right.
all your work.
It's not like you hit a
Yeah.
button and it just, voila.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
put
type
some
in some
work into it.
prompts and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So kudos to you.
I mean, and we've actually done an interview with a AI musical artists. Like it was a real person, but they used AI to make their music.
Uh-huh.
And we've also used AI for our own stuff a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
But it's for stuff where it's like, this isn't that important. We'll use AI for it. Like we can use it for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't, and I can say this because it's true. The people that are writing the AI, and I guess it depends on what you're doing with the AI, but if you're putting your stuff in there, lyrics in there, and then just say, I want it to sound like this, and you hit go, I have no respect for that. Because that's not, you're creating something, I guess, but you're not putting your own finesse in it.
Right.
And that's what music is about.
Oh, yeah.
It was, your style, the way you wanted it, not you're telling a computer to do something with
Yeah. It comes out sounding amazing,
it. It
but it's
does.
not.
It comes
but it's
out
not
really good.
you. Yeah.
But now that I've heard it so many times, like AI, I can kind of tell if like, okay, that's AI.
Oh, okay.
Because
Well,
we'll get,
people are doing it with books now too.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
books. I mean, literally everything.
Images.
The what?
Images.
Images. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were playing a band. Someone sent us some music and we were playing it. I forget when it was, but we played it and I was like, "This is AI. This has to be AI." And we went to the website. The guy was like this little handsome fella, and it's just like you could tell that it's
Fake
AI.
picture,
And
yeah.
but this whole website was about this guy. And I
Yeah.
shit you not, it had to have been AI. If it wasn't, I called him out on the podcast, so hopefully he was, but there was no response to it. So, but you can't tell, like you really can't tell because that's how
It's
good it's gotten.
it's terrifying.
It
It
is.
really is.
The images that of Matt floating around on the internet, man, those are
images of me floating around on the internet.
well, those are real though. So, we just got a couple more minutes.
All right.
How can we find your music? I know we can get it on all streaming platforms, right?
Yep, it's out there on all that stuff. Like I said, michaelrockertmusic.com is my website. Currently working on my 9th album now.
Oh, nice.
This is going to be a little bit different. It's still rock, but it's going to be a little more acoustic guitar based.
Okay.
Almost like the old school MTV Unplugged things.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But there is some electric guitar in it, but it's a little more acoustic.
Yeah. Are you gonna do?
That should be out hopefully by the fall.
That's awesome. Are you gonna do the live thing with it, or like just like an
No.
acoustic studio? Okay.
No, just acoustic studio.
Because when you said unplugged, I didn't know if you were gonna have like kind of like the Nirvana unplugged and people clapping, start
No,
talking about the songs and how it came to
Yeah,
you and
VH1
telling the
storytellers.
stories.
yeah, do
Yeah.
Yeah,
VH1
telling the
storytelling.
stories to
There you
the
go.
audience.
Do a video of you talking about your songs and how this song
Oh,
came
God.
out. You guys know this one, so this one was written.
Sing along.
Shit, I would enjoy that project. You know what? Me and Matt will go on there too, and we'll just start singing. We'll be the audience, and then
Nice.
just have to overdub it. But Michael, thank you so much for joining us
Thanks
on
for
this.
having me. This is fun.
Yes, for sure. You know, I'm probably gonna have this episode out by next Friday.
Okay.
So there will be a video and an audio version. The video version will be on YouTube. It'll be all over our social media. We'll email you too. But um,
Nice.
everyone listening, check him out. Check him out, Michael Rockert, and he's on all streaming platforms. If you like the '80s music, like we were kind of talking about, this is your guy you have to listen to, and this is why we extended the interview to him because the music was just man, it was just good.
Oh
It
yeah.
was we were bashing along. I was gonna knock this guy's skull in because it was just made me it made me want to
Make you
just go
excited.
made me excited. But
Are
thank
you
you
saying
so
that I
much.
induce violence?
What's that?
Are you saying that I
You
induce
induce
violence?
violence at the Chris Court show. That's what you do.
You induced it here in our studio for sure. Now
Right.
we had a couple of drinks, but that
Sure.
There's usually a couple of drinks involved when we're doing our show.
I got you. That's all right.
all right, dude. We will email you and we'll keep in touch. Thanks a lot and thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you. Best of luck to you guys.
Yes,
Thank
you
you.
too, dude. Can't wait to hear
Thanks.
the new album.